Straight. I think my music is being so well received because it's just some real shit. Shit I be talking about don't be no bullshit. It be some shit that I've been through. I mean, I'm not trying to be no role model to nobody. I'm not trying to tell nobody what's right and what's wrong because I live my life doing wrong. All I can say is if you just listen to my shit and you be like, damn, nigga been through some hard shit. And if you think about getting involved in it, think twice.
That's what I'm getting from this cover right here. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy Snoopi back with another reaction review. D-Day, a GANGSTA GRILLZ mixtape. Got it right that time. Dreamville back with another label compilation project. Their last project, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, was easily one of the best projects I heard in 2019. And 2019 had some shit, I ain't gonna lie. It was surprising to me how they were able to get a large crop of artists inside and outside of Dreamville to create a beautiful and versatile work of art. This project was both well-rounded and all over the place, from the production to the features. Like, you tap next song and had no idea what you was gonna hear. This is one of the few projects where you could look at certain names featured on the song together and you would think they would have a specific sound, but you get the total opposite. At this point, I just love what Cole is doing with Dreamville by stretching their creativity that much more, because we all know Cole, Cozz, Bars, and Lute can rap really well. But I think him expanding with acts like Earthgang, Ari Lennox, J.I.D. inspired Cole to see a bigger vision for what this label can potentially become. But now we in 2022 and we have a GANGSTA GRILLZ mixtape, D-Day. But before we move on, I'm not the biggest fan of DJ drama on projects nowadays because I feel like we don't need a reminder that your voice sounds cool or you can talk your shit the best on somebody else's record. But with saying that, I'm also not forgetting that DJ Drama is a musical legend and he's behind one of the greatest mixtape series ever created. Not quite DJ Khaled. Like, I just watched the Grammys last night and we seen Tyler, well, we didn't see because these niggas didn't show it, but Tyler the Creator got best rap album. And yep, DJ Drama yelling. It seems like Cole's in a mixtape space right now. Just based off his last record, The Off Season, it had a sort of nostalgic mixtape feel to it. Even though there was no DJ yelling on it, it still felt like a warm-up or a Friday Night Lights rather than a Born Center or a Forest Hills Drive. So let's see what Cole and Dreamville got for us. Song 1, Stick, featuring Kenny Mason, Sheck West, J.I.D., J. Cole.
Niggas was ready for what's about to happen.
What the fuck is going on, bro? This shit crazy. Alright. Is that all good? Like, is that all that Sheck West is good for now, is yelling? Like, cause it do sound good, like it do, but it's like that's what they use them for now. You the yelling nigga.
My dick in my hand on my gun. One is for shooting and one is for fun. 51, black and mild burning under the sun. Black and brown kids younger they dumb.
Black and mild?
Cause buddy ain't dumb. Step up foot up on the yacht and get struck. Everyone that grew up thought he was a shooter, thought he was tough. Out in the shed.
This is why I say Jid is the closest thing I've seen or heard to Kendrick. The way he raps, it's just so, he throws so many creative elements with his voice. How he's able to go from high pitch to low pitch so fluently, and it goes good with the song. I'm just glad he getting longer than 8 bars.
Right. First time, second line. Second time, bloodline. Third time.
The T- produced this because this is the same exact horns that was in Middle Child. Dun, 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 dun.
I am not from Earth. Hellshot was poured up in a sorcerer.
The thing is, I want to like this beat so much, but I feel like I've heard it too many times. I'm not saying that when it come on, I'm not going to jump out the house. But listen, like, I've heard this plenty of times.
I ain't internet, these niggas been lagging. Yeah, and I still keep it ratchet. Spit fire like an RF pilot. Still a nigga.
It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. Who's playing on their top?
Pray for me, guys gotta play for me. Me and them are not standing adjacently.
Come on, bro. Cole, your mixing sounds horrible. Your mixing sounds horrible, but this is a mixtape. He came on, I'm like, how are your vocals the only ones that's messed up?
Good Lord has never forsaken me. In God I trust, so I get money faithfully, not just occasionally. Got to make kicks on basically, rapping more shooters than Rich Paul's agency. They get the clutch and you best get the ducking like 6, 7 niggas that's ducking for Oregon.
I like that clutch line. Hold on, I gotta run it back. I ain't hear him.
Money so long if I start in the south and then spread the shit out and be touching like Portland. I still treat a ride through the hood like I hike through the woods. Got a stick that I take with me.
I felt like a few years ago that would have been a great intro for me. Like, that would have been a great intro, but it was just cool in my opinion. The beat hit, triumphant horns in the background, but I don't know. I won't say I was expecting more because this is a mixtape, but you know, it really didn't move me that much. I mean, the beat was cool. Sheck West yelling. It added a nice little flavor onto it. We all know when Cole comes on at the end of a track just to rap, you know, he's coming for blood. We all know this. You know, we've seen this since Looking for Trouble. I like that he put a young boy that's actually rapping out here. Kenny Mason, you know, Angelic Hood Rat was a project that I really liked from an artist that I've never heard of before. You know, I was surprised at this project, but, you know, I didn't really hear him on this song. Let me know if I missed him because I ain't hear him. Nice little hype intro, though. It was kind of odd to throw Sheck West in the mix, but I see why they did that, you know, intro time. Track 2, Ghetto God's Freestyle featuring, I ain't gonna do it, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
You wanna see what Atlanta is?
Price for a feature that'll cost your life. Fuck your top 10 with your top 5. You in the presence of the most high lies. I open their eyes. The real niggas rise. There's diamonds inside. Okay, it's my turn to turn of the tide. I pray up to God. Don't fuck with the school.
This beat crazy. I love beats that's just slow as hell, but they still knock your socks off every time the bass drop.
Boys with me like a Michael Vick chopper. Ate a nigga up. Kyle Pitt saying like big dog. I'm a big
Pink ring pink. That's real pink.
talk your shit, Ted.
Okay, I'm on the way when we get
I'm
in
about to
now.
say,
Been a
come
real
on,
nigga
bro.
tryna million
Hell
dollars.
no.
You got 6 pair, you can pick up pair. In a fruit fight, you can pick up pair. Some might say Uncle Mary. My trap house had a long ass line. 12 minute shit in porcupine. Fuck that court. Young black nigga ain't tryna be broke. Young black nigga ain't tryna be broke. Roll them dice, then my new crib like my ego. Cause that shit is big as fuck. Tony.
Let me explain something.
Y'all letting that slide? Let me know. See, 2 Chainz had me into the finisher. He had me into the power dropper. Nah, I'm lying, because he did start it kind of shaky, too. Pinky ring, pink, pinky ring, flink. Listen, I don't know if that's what he said, but it sounded like it. Honestly, when I listen to this, it sounds like something that was left off Ghetto Gods, to be honest with you. That and Venus both did their thing flow-wise on here. The verses was cool. I'm not mad at it. Wasn't blown away, but I'm not mad at it. It was cool. Track 3, Lifestyle, featuring Cozz and ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg, don't do that shit that you did on Nego Project, please. I don't want to have a back-to-back where I'm coming at ASAP Ferg. I ain't really come at him. I just told him the truth.
Lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Yeah. Wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly bang tell you the dash no wood. Niggas send payments to back end good. Niggas got sense but they act no good. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple lines in the truck and they all fuck. They might say what's up when they see me around the city. I'm toe tagging no billboard baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check.
Bill Baggins was short.
It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Singing myself for years.
Yo, imagine just telling the girl that you mess with, like, this lifestyle ain't for you, but it's for me. So I gotta let you go.
Life for the noise, I give you my life for the songs. I don't even write anymore. Yeah.
Like everybody.
Niggas said payment the back end good. Niggas got sense but they act no good. Sudan, I can probably put a goddamn hood for a year too.
This beat crazy. Simpson they using on this joint is crazy. Ferg, you can't mess this one up. I promise you, you can't.
If you see me live, nigga, you would know it. Hoes jumping on my dick and do aerobics by sight. P98. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like. Guns in the booth and I puffin' like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof from ready to ride on my enemy. Now why you ain't feeling me? I bust it. I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want after that settle for two. I just ain't a big ready to whoop you. Spaghetti and shells like Italy. Never let a wishbone grow with backbone shook.
Oh, that's it? Damn. I wanted some more. Pause. Thank you, Ferg. Thank you. Playlist. Never let a wishbone grow where your backbone should. Ugh. So far, I'm not mad that DJ Drama's yelling all over these tracks because I can barely notice it. Lifestyle, that's the best song on here so far. I like how this is like, it's built like a mixtape. You know, they're just rapping. It's not nothing too serious. It's not conceptual. You know, it's just them rapping. Who can rap the best? Cozz, you did your thing on there. I mean, ASAP only had a few bars on there. He only had like probably about 12, 8 bars, something like that. Just to give y'all my full opinion on Cozz, he's always been a little cool to me. He's never been like the best rapper in my opinion, but he flows well and he has a cool voice. Overall, I will say he's made some good songs in my opinion, but he's never really moved me. To me, he's never really been an artist that can carry a whole song. But I mean, if this was just him on this track, I feel like it would have been cool, honestly. I like ASAP Ferg's verse, but it was so short that it didn't really seem like it was needed, even though it was a good verse. Track 4, Starting 5, featuring Lute, Cozz, Omen. See, when I hear Starting 5, I'm thinking, you know, you come with all the Starting 5 niggas. Cole, Lute, Cozz, Omen, and Cozz. Where's the other two at?
I need you to talk that talk like a Charlie nigga would.
Rap niggas corny, this ain't your only vessel. Niggas flash without the ice, they ain't nothing special. Shit, you gon' lay low cause I can't relate. I'm good at ghosting cause I'm that nigga in my creative space.
damn, this nigga Lute sound good on here. The flow, you know, the pocket he's in. I like it. Real hip hop beat.
I really do this. I got shooters in my starting five.
I like the hook. That was real creative. I turn water into wine. There's no Judas in my starting five. Make sure y'all check out y'all starting five too, man. Might be some niggas you'll pick out and be like, maybe you should be on the bench. Maybe you ain't worthy to be on the hardwood.
I realize it's toxic. F a stick up. Put the sticks up. Let's stick together through hardships. We all ready exhausted. Cause a lot of we gotta watch for any signs of us coughing. And I got asthma. Gotta be cautious. Ironic. Now I can't run it.
Can't even cough around y'all niggas. We gotta be cautious.
God really be loving us. Gang strength through pain, we tough it up. Yeah, gang strength through pain.
Killing this shit.
If you ain't seen me in months, you gon' ask what happened, Cozz. I level up daily because I keep my hands to God.
Cozz 8 on that joint. Damn.
I really do this. Ain't no Judas in my starting five.
These long ass pauses is definitely a mixtape.
On this side over here,
Everything that y'all release is like DeMar DeRozan. Straight mid, but my art is golden.
Yo, why he come at DeMar DeRozan like that? You don't have to do that, Omen. Come on, man.
I'm not God, just the best thing that God made. A higher power calling me, that goes beyond faith. A strong blessing.
Gotta be confident, I guess.
It's from Orion's belt, nonchalant about homicide. When you desensitized, niggas incentivized.
God.
Still alive. Put my pain in perspective while I roll pine. Last few years, now I'm back in your starting five.
you're witnessing a dynasty.
While I roll pine, now I'm back in your starting five. I feel like the damage that these three can do together is just like no other. You know, it is like another, but I'm not gonna bring him in this review. No weak link on that track at all. Even with the beat switch, I wasn't sure about it when I first heard it, but you know, you can't beat soul. At first it sounded like two songs mashed together, but as soon as Omen started rapping, I already seen that it was the same song. He just chose a different beat. I like how the first part of the track, it was more of an upbeat soul sample, but then they slowed it down on the latter part of the record. And that was nice, but I feel like Omen was cheating by rapping on that slow soulful beat like that. I gotta give him the best verse because of that. Well, Cozz 8 too, but I'm gonna give it to Omen. Yeah, I'm sticking to my gun. That was one of them ones just as far as rapping goes. That's the best rapping I heard on here so far. Track 5, Coming Down, featuring Ari Lennox. Now, Ari Lennox on a mixtape, what are we about to get? I mean, it is 2022, so you don't really have to stay in the lines of what a mixtape was back in the day, but I want to see what she about to do on here, because she do got an album coming out, and she got 80 songs that she need to pick from, and I'm hoping this is one of them 80.
I believe the perk is his hands. Made you a different man. Every single time you couldn't have him. Crazy. You gon' make me punch you dead in your face.
Yo, alright. Stop playing, bro. You can't be around niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say that. What the hell? Ain't that dirty mackin'? I don't want to kick another niggas back in, but you already doing it. So I'm going to do it as well. You know, nah, I can't do that neither.
I wanna be around, baby. My heart's up down.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb as hell. I didn't know how I didn't realize that this is a Rolls Royce sample.
Feels like you're a fucking stranger. Oh, baby, you're mine.
Oh my God.
You're coming down. Since high school, you have been me having you.
I just need the album now, because it seemed like you speaking the truth. It seemed like you telling the truth now. You know, Shea Butter Baby, it seemed like you was hiding some stuff from me. You know what I mean? I need you to disclose everything now. I need to know everything, because I didn't know how to heal you. I don't even know if there's much to say about this track other than her voice is amazing. The sample is amazing. The story, you letting me in a little bit. Are you letting me in now? She's taking us through how she fell in love with a certain dude, but, you know, he fell in love with the drugs, the perkies in his hands. He actually started depending on the pills more than he did her, and she started to see that in his actions. The drugs started taking a certain toll on him, so she fell out of love with him as well. That's why she's saying she doesn't want to be around when you coming down, because the withdrawals is making you seem like a person that she's not even familiar with. That's going on my playlist just because it sounds good. Track 6, Hair Salon, featuring Cozz, G, Perico, and Reason. Nice little tandem right there.
From the barbershop to the hair salon.
Yeah.
My name stay on your head.
I'ma get that me, dog.
Okay. I like that.
My nigga fresh home, he on swole from doing that bad time. Got the big old BG from my stomach to my chest. They going wild about my hair. She in her feelings, I don't care, I'm a player. So what? Seen the blue lights, thought about my 2 strikes.
jump out and run, cause I can't do life. Little voice in my head.
Nah.
6 a.m. I was in my drawers, running from the law, ducking the dogs. On this mic, I don't say shit that's false. Shit.
When you talk about me, talk about top 3. I tell no lies.
Top 3 what?
Fuck all that linking. I'm stacking my leggings on me, random bitches, and my be a setup. Real niggas don't fall for the get up. I get up early. Your bitch went to bed up. I'm talking about all of that shit you been selling. You niggas with gas for Tesla.
Man, Cozz is just one of them rappers where his bars aren't really like punchlines where it's like it's gonna hit you that hard. His flow is just addicting. Like this nigga could literally be saying hoobla 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 hoobla, but it's like it doesn't matter when he's doing it with that flow. It sounds amazing. Nothing has grabbed me from this verse, but I don't want it to end.
Dogs on this mic, I don't say shit that's false. Shit. The streets, the kill.
Yo, GP Rico got like an early 90s, mid 90s, like Snoop vibe. Not Snoop. That's the wrong analogy. That's the wrong comparison. I mean, but whatever Los Angeles, California was offering at that time, I'm putting them smack dab in that era right there. Just based off this verse alone, he sounds so perfect and so early 90ish. Like it's not perfect and polished by any stretch, but it sounds like it doesn't need to be. It fits right in. Okay,
What?
come on, Reason. We ain't heard you in a minute.
Shit, if it's hoes in it, I goes in it. For sure with it. Pussy cold, I done froze in it. Tell her bring a friend, we can both get smoke. She drive, living like I got 3 lives. Fucking like I got 3 wives. My eyes slants recline. Time and might as well take, and money I'm chasing. Read.
6 a.m. I was in my drawers, running from the law.
Ducking the dog. Hey, this shit just make you want to punch a nigga.
All them hoes in the hair salons across the country.
That beat was interesting. It was like LA and like Midwest combined together to create like something like it's sort of nostalgic, but it's also smooth in itself. But it also had that to it. That GP Rico was definitely the best part of that track for me, which is surprising because I wasn't expecting that. I don't listen to GP Rico's music that often, but I do hear some songs here and there where he sounds like he belongs. These verses from Cozz and Reason really just shows me why I'm not really putting them, you know, at the top as far as rappers goes, or I don't feel like anybody puts them at the top as far as rappers goes because their flow sounds perfect. Their flow sounds great over these smooth beats, but you're not really saying anything that's going to be like, oh shit. Reason definitely gives you some of that on his personal albums, but Cozz can rap for sure, but he's not really a rapper that's going to punch you here, punch you here. I think these two artists are more indulged in the storytelling part of the culture rather than trying to punch you to death, which I like because I feel like we need a lane for those kind of rappers, you know, as far as a Reason, the Cozz, a Lute, you know, like I said, they're not going to punch you to death, but it's great raps. Track 7, Freedom of Speech. I have a dream. I don't know why I always think of that. Like every time I hear speech, I always think of I have a dream speech. Like I think that's good though, isn't it?
Came through with a bad bitch and tight britches.
Featuring J. Cole. Damn.
Black boy flies, stupid racks, oysters on my plate. So much bread, I think I got white privilege. Access to those bunnies, I done came to the conclusion that I only like sisters. And that might be a hard pill to swallow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
My father would approve.
Yes, honey, you can fucking.
Look what it does.
I don't mean to bring up Cozz and Lute and Boz and these dudes again, but you just see the difference. You just see where, I'm not even gonna say they down here because I don't like to do that, but I'm like the punchlines. Like already, the song just started and we already got like 5 of them things.
You weren't supposed to catch no feelings, bitch, we had a rule. Netflix, when you come through, they ask, you niggas catch some Z's, I call it ZZ Top. I keep it PG when you see.
You know what blows me about Cole? Is that he'll speak all these facts for single men, right? But this nigga married. So how could you know what we go through? You don't know what we go. You've been married since 16. But also, I like how you pander to the young niggas too. You know what I mean? But Cole has been rapping about this shit for a minute, and you haven't been single in about a decade or 2.
I done seen too many white folks in dashiki. Stop. Cold bitch, the flow switch like a young Demi Moore. Henny pour on any floor. Pain seeping out my memories, pause. Lord forgive me for it was reflected in my music. All my shit was hollow, but now I spit with hollow tips and follow with the pyro.
Oh my.
No goofy ass Richard Mill for your bitch to tell that I'm rich as hell, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yo, Cole is just done with being humble. That's just the conclusion that I came to. You know, he's been humble for a long time, so I don't even blame him. But you can just tell he's done with it. It's not too many rappers nowadays that can make a Richard Mill not sound cool. And he just did that. This is just going to show me that Cole is just here to rap. He's not here to tell you a story. He's not here to get you in your feelings. He's just here to rap. This off-season mixtape period is just seeming like another era of Cole. You know what I mean? We got Born Cynical. We got Forest Hill Drive Cole. Mixtape Cole even before those two. but it seemed like he's stepping right back into his mixtape days, and he's just rapping, just giving us bars. You know what I mean? We heard Warm Up, we heard Friday Night Lights, we heard The Come Up. You know, we heard all of these, and it sounded like he's back in that bag. The production on this track was very simple, but it's so hip hop that you can't get mad at it. You know what I mean? And Cole's rapping, his voice, his flow, his bars, it's a great mashup. I also like how he named this track Freedom of Speech, where, you know, he's just talking this shit. You know, I'm free to say whatever I want now because I work my way up into a level where I can talk my shit. I can say whatever. I bought this. I didn't buy this. You know, I look broke, but I'm rich. You know, all this shit that he hasn't really said before. All the things that his supporters and fans say for him, he's saying now. And I'm glad because it's about time Cole talking his shit. Playlist. Track 8, Blackberry Sap featuring Ari Lennox. We got another one.
Ari Lennox!
It just sounds weird that DJ Drama is introducing Ari Lennox just to come and sing on this motherfucker. Oh yeah, got you. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but Ari Lennox's voice is just perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all? Whenever a girl says "fuck on me" in that voice and that tone, you have no choice but to. Shout out Ari Lennox, man. I don't know why I'm licking my lips so much. Blackberry Sap. Okay, I get it. I got that shit you won't forget. Come on now, we grown. You know what playlist that's going on. I ain't even gotta say too much. Now it's just a toss-up of what I think I'm gonna get on her album. This got me in my feelings right here. The last one was a little toxicity in there, but I had nothing to do with that because I don't do Perkies and Xannies. But this song right here, this can be towards any of us, and I'm taking it for myself. Beautiful song, beautiful use of a sample, beautiful production. That's one of them ones. Track 9, Like Wine, featuring Lute. I love wine.
They call me Art, they call me OG, they call me Legend.
Alright, don't push it, nigga.
You know how they
Don't push it.
Gotta be easy on my soul. I know karma ain't blind. They told me just to make it
This
out the
beat
phone.
crazy.
I was back this shit straight sober, high roller like 24 down top roller. You got the world on your shoulders. Now watch me blow like I told you. My daughter say her classmates see me on the TV screen, so please don't make the scene when you come to my school at 3:15.
Ooh, okay. TV screen, make a scene.
Crank that bitch up, then the niggas scared. Head up of the water floating on my way.
The drums on here are crazy. Who produced this? Cedric Brown. I remember you. I think you was on one of Wale's projects before.
I lay low cause I know my place. God know my fate. Niggas tweeting like they been eating, just not in your face. I ain't the type. You just mad you ain't at the table. Take a bite. It's my back, know how to take a knife. I wouldn't take it back to save my life. Shit, I'd rather.
He's saying something like, I got a knife stuck in my back, but I wouldn't change it to save my life. What? He basically saying I will go through the same shit again. I don't care. I still take that backstab because I got rid of you. I got rid of you, bro. You're not even in my starting five no more. You on the bench. Somebody stabbed me in the back. You're not even on the bench. Yo, ass outside the arena.
Scared, yeah. Head up of the water floating on my way.
We at war. All soldiers
We are at war. He not even playing. That's a little late night joint right there. Ooh, you just drive it. I mean, my car broke right now, but you know, when I get my car back fixed, I'm gonna be driving late night, just listening to this. That's a playlist for sure. Lute, that was nice. I feel like Lute stepped it up ball wise on that one. I wasn't too mad at the bars. I wasn't mad at the delivery. Lute just got that smooth, cool delivery that just comes off great on a beat like this. Like you can't beat Lute on a beat like this. You know, it's slow, but his rapping and his flow just takes up a lot of the record. And like I said, we can't get enough of Lute's flow. It doesn't matter if he's saying shit or not. And this one, he said a whole lot. There was one particular bar on here that caught my attention. Lay Low, because I know my place. It's interesting because he can be referring to his place in the industry or his place under Dreamville Records. You know, a lot of people don't know about Lute. And in Dreamville, some people can say Lute is a little bit overlooked as far as, you know, Bars, Cozz, Cole, of course. But with him saying this line, it seems as if he's comfortable in that place. He's comfortable being, you know, overlooked in the industry. He has loyal fans. Track 10, Jozi, Jazzy Flows, Bars, Earthgang.
Bitches no problem, you see how they squat up. I got 40 people to tally. Baka got hot on my nigga, got caught up. I told him just reach for your celly. I'm just a player, I can't do no better. Bitch, it ain't shit you can tell us. Got the V in the Aquafina inside, same color top of tea. Look at me, you might find what you get if you had taken your time there. Going on next summer, still on my case.
I like this flute.
Ain't serving underhand. Loyalty, that's all we need, they'll never understand us.
You save a man for myself, you gon' need help. You gon' need money, you gon' need data, you gon' need felt. Go use a rider, don't get jacked, there's who's who like you know. Love on my warrior, the ground I'm be the come. If you kill them, got to kill me too, and that's what we call up. OZ, if they really want to smoke, don't grab it.
They'll never understand
us. First off, I'ma just always say you can't beat the flute. I see why they call this Jazzy Flows, because they just used every flow in the book. This is one thing I can say about Boz, is that when he sings on hooks, it sounds good. It's like he's not trying to overdo it. He's not trying to sound like somebody he's not. He's just Boz, and he's just basically harmonizing, but it's like he's doing it in a way where it's so soft, subtle, smooth, not high pitched. It's just normal. But it sounds good. I ain't serving underhand. Like I literally just did what Boz did. This is a pretty cool track for everybody to get their lyrical gymnastics on. It wasn't nothing too serious, but I like the flows. There was a lot of loops, a lot of turns as far as flow wise. Every time Johnny Venus come on the track, you just know it's him. Sorry, Johnny, that's not what you did, but that's the closest I can get to it. Track 11, Barry from Simpson, featuring 2 Chainz. Is that it? Let me see. Oh. Nudy on here? Are we actually gonna get a full jazz song?
But get it done. From a city that don't see the sun. Either you a sinner or a citizen. Niggas ain't running, they get a chopper that's little as Big Sean. He on the talking funds, clocking money. The game of jungle, we playing Jumanji. I'm in Jamaica, jit playing rugby. Stand in my veins.
Yeah, he caught me quick.
Down, my verse like syrup.
I like the sound, gun rounds on Mother Earth. With a little pump, you get smoked like perp. Nigga, JID stand for jumped in dirt. When the West is squirt, it does wonder works.
So you with the monsters in the underworld.
Nudy, what you got? Come on. I ain't expect you to follow that up, but
either you do or you don't do it. Get back in the woods, running from white niggas, night killers, try pillage, my village, trifling, idolist, identity, T-crisis, I dig it, I did it. When and I didn't die, but they didn't live, so we did it right. Better not get in if you not gon' slap, cause you pull up some piss, throw up your sign, throw up your click, throw down and fight. I fucked up my fit, but you ain't gon' hit.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Oh, man. See, nobody's rapping on this whole album even got me ready for that. Wait, so is Nudy just doing this? He's not rapping?
Ain't going back and forth down the floor, but it's denim on, it's dinner time. I eat a rapper like the 69. Any money more is how I pick a ride. Either us or we need to pick a side. When she come through, she like this a vibe. My neighborhood, they got gentrified. Y'all still trying. Been had the baddest bitch that'll trick your daddy like slip and slide. On the mission, my opponent missing.
Nudy, I ain't gonna lie, I wish you had a verse on here, but I'm cool. I'm cool with Chainz. I'm cool with that. Is that the best song on here? It might be. Yeah, I ain't gonna let you slide with that little slight diss to Big Sean. You know, I ain't the biggest Big Sean fan, I would say, but you know, did he deserve that? Was that even a shot though? I'm probably just over exaggerating. Was it a shot? The game of jungle, we playing Jumanji. I never knew what JID stood for, but I wasn't expecting jumped in dirt. You know, I'm probably stupid. It probably don't mean that, but you know, the way he rapped on this verse, it was very believable. When I seen 2 Chainz on this album twice, I was like, man, there's gotta be some hard verses from Chainz to get put on the Dreamville project twice, because I mean, Dreamville, you know, doesn't really need 2 Chainz in that effect, but you know, being the fact that, you know, a lot of people on Dreamville are from Atlanta, I see where, you know, 2 Chainz and Jail will link up in that regard, or even Earthgang for that matter with the Ghetto freestyle. You got 2 solid verses from Chainz. I mean, this verse is crazy. I love the triumphant, hard-hitting production with Nudy speaking in the middle. You know, like I said, I wish he had a verse on here, but you know, I ain't mad at it. Nudy ain't really a person where I'm like, he gotta have a verse. He gotta have a verse, I mean. Track 12, Everybody Ain't Shit. I agree with that. I mean, that's a little toxic. I don't totally agree with it, but I mean, a lot of people in this world ain't shit. You know, we gotta admit that. DJ Drama's still not annoying. I'm so surprised.
Everybody ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. Yeah.
They agree with me.
I cut you like Jason. You lucky to be a Jason. Back when it was me and Olu in my mama basement.
This is one of them beats when you was in high school and y'all be at the lunch table and y'all would make a beat and they'd be like, yo, imagine what this would sound like if we really went in the studio and did the shit. this is that beat right here. You can't say your man's at the corner of the table wasn't doing this.
Friends, I never needed them. Heard them niggas onto a label that don't believe shit. Everybody ain't shit. Everybody.
It's a catchy ass hook. I ain't gonna lie. This joint really be in.
Everybody ain't shit.
Yo, but y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Anytime somebody start off a verse with yeah, all right, the verse about to be hard. Like, come on, bruh. Every time Drake say yeah, the verse hard. Anytime Jay start off a verse with it's hard. So I'm expecting nothing less.
Industry ain't shit. Live your life, fuck living it for likes, and beware of betrayal from your left and your right. Just catch a whiff, you a winner, then they enter. Try to disconnect you from the paper like a printer. Not to mention the bad bitches with intentions of a rapper's.
Oh my God. Trying to disconnect you from the paper. Y'all know the rest.
Took off that mask like you see in them for real when the cops come to class. Politicians lie, but in private they gon' laugh. Can't
niggas claim shit, niggas ain't shit, everybody ain't shit.
I mean, yeah. Niggas wasn't giving these kind of bars at the lunch table. To be honest, this is my favorite Earthgang track on here. Better than Ghetto God's freestyle. Better than Jazzy Flows. At first, even though I pointed out the beat, I wasn't really too happy with it, but it grew on me just based on the flows they were using. I keep telling people, man, I think once Earthgang officially finds their identity, which I think they've semi-done that yet. I don't think they've cultivated a full identity yet, you know, but they still early in their career. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, once they find their identity, I feel like it's going to be over. Like, this is a duo that's so versatile, so smooth, so off kilter from anything that we hear nowadays. Once these two start to really not give a fuck and just get in pocket like they supposed to on these records, it's gonna be a match made in heaven, because I feel like they're still a little bit hesitant to show their real selves on these records. They don't want to go that far out there, but fuck it, do it, man. Everybody else doing it. I don't mean to compare them, but well, I do mean to compare them. I'm gonna stop saying that. Look how Outkast came out, Aquemini, ATLiens. You know, they were already tapped into who they were, but they weren't really stretching it as far as they should have or could have at that point. You know, that just takes us to Love and Below. You know what I mean? Like, that album right there just really showed us, you know, how far they're willing to take it and how artistic they are. I felt like Earthgang, you know, with Dreamville, I like them being on Dreamville, but with them being on Dreamville, it seems as if they're kind of hindered, you know, into this boom bap-ish sound, kind of. That's why when you hear them on albums, they don't really have that sound. Track 13, Ballin' in Newport. Omen. Some more boom bap soul.
Elegant wearing class. I'm trying to hoop. My mind stuck in this hourglass. None of us had our dead ends. Feeling this avalanche. Damon in Wonderland. Music's in my blood. The flow is genetic. And Papa was soon to be shot on stage when I was 5 or 6 surviving. Saw bright different schools. Now when I feel the blues, don't know who to talk to. Life never came with a walk through my own. No time to watch Family Guy. I'm trying to blow. Exactly how my sanity died.
Bro, that's how I feel. That's literally how I feel right now. I have no time to watch shows, even though I just binged the shit out of Game of Thrones. Before that, I didn't watch any shows. I didn't watch no TV, no sports, no Family Guy, of course not. You know, I watched that already. I'm getting this feeling like when you're in the middle of grinding, you have no time for anything. And I'm just now getting the gist of that, but I'm cool with it because, you know, these shows ain't paying me.
Never felt so free. Never ever felt so me.
This just has that underground feel to it.
But I've been searching for what's been underneath my shield. Can't keep worshiping niggas that's unhappy.
I like that little piano lift right there.
Strategy for happiness now. Need the master key, somebody bring Khaled around. Fuck the past, only focus on what's happening.
Khaled had to get mentioned, huh?
Never ever felt so me.
It's funny because the thing I really don't necessarily like about Omen is the thing that I actually love about him as well. Him and his flow being so mellow and nonchalant is the reason I listen to Omen, but it seems that as if it's not enough to get a track through to a lot of people. If you know what I mean. I probably said that wrong, but I'm gonna put it this way. I remember in school we always used to have that word pizzazz. You know, pizzazz meaning like, you know, it being interesting, exciting, you know, entertaining. You know, it really doesn't seem like Omen really has that pizzazz on his tracks, but it's so blues-worthy and spoken word and poetically put together. I don't want to speak for the general masses, but I think this is a song they would say is boring, or, you know, the things they related to J. Cole early in his career, or the people that still do it, saying he's boring and surface level. But this song isn't any of those things. You know, as far as musically, I don't see it, but I can see where the general masses would get that idea from with the spacing on this track and, you know, how mellow he is. As far as lyrics and tone and commentary and feeling, it's all there. But it just seems like it's too much space in the track. You know, as far as his hooks, I feel like his hooks are real smooth. But I feel like his hooks will sound better on somebody else's track where they're doing the verses. I'm going to just compare him to Cole because he's in Dreamville. The same issue I had with Cole early in his career. He didn't really have any other people singing on the hooks. It was just him. On some songs, it sounded great, like songs like Apparently. It's so chill that you need to break it up a little bit. Just basically doing a better job of placing other people on records just to see where their strengths and weaknesses are. And to me, Omen's weakness, I would say, is that he's too nonchalant. Can't really keep my attention for a whole project. A song like this is cool, but can you have 15 joints on here that's like this? You know what I mean? I don't think you can. So you have to, you know, bring a little bit of versatility into your repertoire. You got track 14, the last song, because I refuse to listen to Heaven's EP because this song came out too long ago. I'm sorry, I'm not folding. I love the song. The song is cool. I like how, I don't like how Cole said that, you know, Drake and Kendrick are above him. You know, he basically said that. I'm sorry, he did. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have said them two niggas is ahead of you, even though I love Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? This is not a Kendrick video. I'm not turning into that. I'm just saying, you know, I don't feel like Cole should have went that route. You know, the song is cool, though. I fuck with the song just because Cole is a great rapper. Big Trouble Freestyle, Cozz.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
Yeah.
Dreamville, motherfuckers.
You better not fuck this up. You better not.
Shout out can't die for reasons we'll only know. Let's just say if I was a clout chase, I would be on. Shout out Zendaya for saying shit. I'm a Spider-Man fan, but man, fuck the web and gave voices to losers who never get out of bed. How dare you niggas?
See, I get out of bed, so he ain't talking about me. Can we please get rid of the word losers in rap? Like that doesn't hit anymore. Losers that don't get out of bed. You know, that sounds like some Revenge of the Nerd shit.
And I've been asking who's real, cause it don't seem to exist. One of the best out the West, fuck what you see on the list. Do opinions really matter if you're eating legit? If Brent, I'm a fire ass, my bad. But why settle for one when it's four? I know I triggered some on y'all fathers. Next EP, you gon' wonder where your supporters went. Next album, gon' show
remembering that.
Either everything is bar, or they working the machine. I guess niggas move fishy when they tryna upstreams. Herpy dicks on them, they'll never come clean. I can't be mad at it. Disappointed cause that's not how she raised me. But that's how this life made me. Who shot you?
See, I'm not mad at Cozz using this beat because he did it justice. You know, I would have had to kill him. But every time somebody raps on a Biggie beat just reminds me that Biggie is one of the best rappers that ever touched the mic. You know, even though we all know that. But all the flows Cozz used on that record right there, he still didn't use any of the ones Biggie used. He never really used the same flow over and over again. You ever noticed that about his career and his albums? Like every 4, 5, 6 bars, he was switching it up every time. Like who else does that? First thing I want to say about this project is that I like how it was set up as a mixtape. It wasn't nothing too forced. It didn't seem like it was no point to get across. And I felt like that was the best route to go as far as it being non-conceptual with it being a Gangsta GRILLZ project. I like how it seemed like they actually put effort into this project because, you know, most mixtapes nowadays, people just throw shit out and, you know, it is whatever. You know, the fans just going to eat it up because it's with this artist or that artist. But it seems as if that was one thing I was worried about with this being a Gangsta GRILLZ mixtape. Are they actually going to put effort into it? And, you know, they answered my question probably off that first half of the album. It sounds like J. Cole gave us some fresh verses. It wasn't no shit that he recorded 2-3 years ago and just put on here. Heaven's EP is kind of old, but I did him justice by not listening to it. It's funny because the only song that had me kind of worried and a little timid about going into this project was the first song, Stick. You know, it was a hard-hitting intro, but it really didn't reel me in like I feel like it should have. That was the kind of energy it was giving off, a triumphant intro into this mixtape Gangsta GRILLZ paradise, but I didn't get that. I don't want to blame it on Sheck West, but he's a partial reason on why I didn't like the track, you know, Stick. But other than that, I will say everything else I was pretty much expected from Dreamville. Some soulful samples, some hard-hitting drum beats. Well, let me take that back though, because that Hair Salon joint with Perico, that was one of the hardest songs in this album, and that was out of left field. I wasn't expecting that. They got the 2 solid verses from 2 Chainz on here. I love the Barry from Simpson joint. You know, he impressed me on that one. I haven't been impressed by 2 Chainz in a while, but, you know, he's been putting out some decent albums, I would say. He got the 2 tracks on here from Ari that gave us both sides of her life right now, the Toxicity and the Come Fuck Me. See, I don't even know why I said that because Toxicity is Come Fuck Me. These 2 tracks got me real excited for the album. I've been waiting for a long time for this joint. I ain't gonna lie. So hopefully she coming to divulge everything to the kid. Lute and Cozz has some standout verses on here. The Like Wine joint I like. Even the last joint, what was it? Big Trouble Freestyle. I like that joint. Starting 5 with the starting 3. Shit the Omen did on that verse. I like that joint. This project showed me again why we need to appreciate Jid while he's here. He's only on 2 tracks and we barely get Jid as it is. I feel like once Jid drops his next album and he's on top of the game, he's going to go into his shell, his Kendrick shell, I would say, as being this mysterious, mystique figure that we never see because, you know, this is the time for Jid to be rapping and he's barely doing that. You know, he got 2 verses on here that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? He should have been on here more. Earthgang all over the project. Cozz all over the project. Lute all over the project. Where is Jid? JID, whatever you want to say. Where is your precious jewel of Dreamville? Yeah, I'm complaining. I'm complaining, bro, because I want more than 2 songs on the Dreamville project from Jid. I'm sorry. ASAP Ferg, you made up for. You transformed it back into the ASAP Ferg we all know and love. The flow god. Freedom of speech was hard. I wasn't expecting nothing less from Cole. You know, even though on the first song, your verse sounded like you was in motherfucking Cuba and everybody else was in the US, but, you know, I'll take it. But yeah, man, I'm Snoopi. This was Dreamville, a D-Day, a Gangsta GRILLZ mixtape, nice solid project to feed the streets. Cole, I ain't mad at it at all. I'm actually surprised. You know what I'm saying? Would it be a Gangsta GRILLZ? This is one of the best Gangsta GRILLZ mixtapes I ever heard. I'm going out on a limb. Yeah, that's definitely saying much. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Let me know what y'all think about the album. What's y'all favorite songs? Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? Was it mid? Whatever words y'all be using nowadays, you know what I'm saying? We gone. Yeah.